Pompeo, former Secretary of State, now a Fox News contributor. Thank you for your time today. Just want to draft off of Jen's last question there about can you assure Israel that this leak did not come from a member of the current administration? He didn't answer it. He said he did. Well, I guess he did not say it did not come from us, as of today anyway. What do you make of that answer?
So, Bill and Dana, good morning. Look, he assiduously avoided answering that question. It is nearly certain that it came from us. This is why they're conducting an investigation. And, you know, whether it was intentional or not at the most senior levels, Bill, I think misses the core point, which is that this administration has routinely done things that have benefited Iran at the cost of Israel. They put in a fellow named Robert Malley with deep ties to the Iranians, who's now had to be suspended and his clearance lifted. They've told the Israelis they need to stand down and conduct a ceasefire when dozens and dozens of senior Hezbollah and Hamas officials would still be alive if the Israelis had done that. They refused to acknowledge Iran as the real threat. And so whether it was intentional to leak this particular information, deeply damaging information to the Israelis' effort to strike back at Iran, all the conditions were set by Secretary Austin and the administration to enable someone on the team to think, yeah, this is what we want. This is U.S. policy. We don't want the Israelis to take these strikes, and so let's make it more difficult for them to do so.
Okay, we're looking at smoke over Beirut. We have seen this now for several weeks, and also the southern city of Tyre along the eastern Mediterranean. And we saw a little bit of that before sunrise here in New York as well. Here is how Donald Trump addressed exactly what you just talked about with regard to Israel and Iran.
It was leaked, the entire military plan of Israel, the military plan, the plans they have at the highest level. It was leaked, highly confidential information. It was leaked by somebody. They have no idea who did it. That's the enemy. I guess that maybe is the enemy from within, as I talk about. We have an enemy from within. They hate to talk about it. But could you imagine?
You think you spent a lot of time with him. You worked for him in different capacities. What do you think of that answer?
Yeah, this is exactly correct. The administration put people, senior people, working their Middle East file who had deep ties to Iran and to the Iranian regime, have been working alongside them for years. But this is exactly the kind of thing that you would expect would happen. People who wanted to resist Israel's right to defend itself and to secure, frankly, freedom and security for the United States as well, working inside at senior levels of the U.S. government, leaking important information. Bill, it shouldn't surprise anyone that the Israelis have decided they can't tell us about operations they're going to take because we've tried to restrain them. I contrast that with our 4 years where we worked so closely with them, and the Israelis always brought us inside so we understood what we were doing. We could do it alongside them. We could support their efforts. This mattered to Israel. It mattered to the United States. And importantly, for the Emiratis and the Saudis and all the Gulf Arab states, this mattered too. The threat is in Tehran. And this administration fundamentally has undermined Israel's ability to actually impose costs on Iran to deter them from whatever Secretary Austin says, it sure feels like there is a massive war taking place in Europe, in China, and in the Middle East today. And this administration has just simply been unable to put deterrence back at the front and put America in a role of leading peace and prosperity in the world.
It's serious and sober stuff. Sir, thank you for your time. Mike Pompeo. We'll see who makes the next move.
Thank you, Bill.
On this.
Thank you, Dana.
You bet.
So
we'll see
long.
you soon. Thanks.